steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Apparently, Cory Booker spoke for 20 hours today. It's insane. And he said, I may be a little tired and a little hoarse, but as I said again and again and again on the Senate floor, this is a moment where we cannot afford to be silent, when we must speak up. What's most clear to me tonight is that this is just the beginning, that Americans across this country, no matter the title or party, are ready to be heard. I believe that history will show that we rose to meet this moment. It will show you we did not let this chaos and division go unanswered. It will show that when our president chose to spread lies and sow fear, we chose to come together, to work together, and rise together. See, this is a thing, right? So I've done a couple videos kind of critiquing the ways of Jasmine Crockett. And the people have come and attacked me and everything like that in the comment section. And one person said, well, those jokes and the things that you are, the memes and everything that she's reenacting is what gets her the attention to do her job and to do this and that. I haven't seen one antic from Cory Booker. Every time Cory Booker goes viral, it's for something he said. He said something in an eloquent way, in a way that shows off his intelligence, in a way that shows off his experience. The whole nine. Every single time. Nothing but class from that man. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I ain't never seen this man in no scandal. I think the craziest scandalous gossipy thing Cory Booker's ever been attached to is that he dated Rosario Dawson. Is that her name? For like a month or two, right? He dated Rosario Dawson for a month or two. Like, that's the craziest thing we have with Cory Booker, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the craziest thing we got with Cory Booker is that he dated an actress that everybody deems attractive for like 2 months. That's what I'm talking about when I say, why can't politicians do it? And more specifically, why can't just black people just show that we're intelligent and we deserve to be somewhere? We don't have to pander and assimilate or code switch to relate to the millennials or to seem cool. Like, you don't have to be cool to kick it. Obama just happened to be cool. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, that's the way he won the presidency. But it's like when he did it, he wasn't trying to be, he was just cool. Like, he's just a cool dude. But when you trying to do the memes and you trying to force a little jargon and trying to force a slang, I just ain't with it. With that being said, man, salute to Cory Booker for speaking for 20 hours, breaking the record, a Senate record for longest speech ever. I want to see some of this.
We have to redeem the dream. We
Shout
have to excite
man, I know
people
y'all
again.
gonna copyright this, but I'm doing this for the
of our
love.
land wants to divide us against ourselves, wants to make us afraid, wants to make us fear so much that we're willing to violate people's fundamental rights. We're willing to go after the speech on college campuses. We're willing to go after law firms, go after the freedom of the press. Don't let him do that. Don't become like him. Be an American that says, I look to the future and I'm excited. Yes, things are tough right now. They're hard, they're scary, they're hurting, but we can overcome this. Our American history, if it's nothing else, American history, if it's nothing else, it is a perpetual testimony to the achievement of impossible things against impossible odds. We are a nation that is great, not because of the people that are trying to whitewash our history. To remove great people, Native Americans, black people, and women from our military websites. I don't want a Disneyfication of our history. I don't want to whitewash history. I don't want to homogenize history. Tell me the wretched truth about America, because that speaks to our greatness. And so what do I want people to do? It starts with us, man, and you're doing it. I've seen courage of my colleagues. We're doing it, but we have to do more, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to be a politician that's going to say, we are going to do more for you. I'm going to be a politician. I'm going to be a leader that demands more from America. I yield for a question while retaining the floor. Well,
Jeez Louise. That was amazing, bro. They said this was 20 hours into his speech. Like, the way to even come up with these words, bro. That man said the Disneyfication, the implication, the ramification of the
fear.
bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I'll rock with bro. I'll rock with bro. I don't know the I know some people have said some things when he was running for president of like Cory Booker has holes here and there. But shoot, everything I done seen from bro, he hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I rock with bro. But this is all I'm saying, bro. It's like you work extremely hard, you study extremely hard. Any black person who's on Capitol Hill and stuff like that, any black person who's in the Senate, the House, that works their way up to like a federal type of like huge politician kind of level. Like they've studied extremely hard. They usually have great grades. They go over the top. They're extremely intelligent, can speak to anybody. They have the gift of gab, socialize with anybody and stuff like that. Just all around kind of model citizens, no pun intended, to be a model for their citizens and their the area they're representing. And there's a certain kind of dignifying and everything like that that comes with it. And it's always been like that historically with all like the black politicians on major levels. So it's like in the era of the president right now, who's kind of like destroyed all of the kind of expectations and what is traditionally looked at as professional versus what's real. And I'm not a politician. I'm real for the people. I tell it like it is, this and that. In that era of memes and tweeting constantly, you know, to see black politicians, some black politicians follow suit, it breaks my heart. And it broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that like I looked up to black politicians to be my leaders and to be my saving grace, but it's like for the sake of representation, because it's like we already have, it's kind of like, okay, we have the quote unquote clowns and entertainment spaces and everything like that, which I grew up and just found out that was just self-hatred and anti-blackness and whitewashing and, you know, in my mind and stuff like that, mind control. But like we had the entertainment and all that and the fun stuff. When it come down to be serious, the people on Capitol Hill, the people at the Senate, the people in Congress, the people House of Representatives, like those are the people, right? The model citizens. And to look at those people, like try to act like the other folks for the sake of relatability and realness, and like I'm like, dang, like can black people be taken seriously anywhere? And it's like I shouldn't have to search for the acceptance of other people, right? I get it. I see it. You know, forget anybody what they think and stuff like that. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still want a diversification of representation of black people, because the reality is black people aren't a monolith. All black people aren't this and that. All black people aren't this. All black people aren't monotone. All black people aren't. All black people. There's different. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I want, because I want the kids to see that, and because the kids are going to be what they see. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be on ESPN growing up because of Chris Berman and Stuart Scott and Stephen A. Smith as a kid and Terrence Moore. And so now I grew up, I became a sports journalist. It's just what it is. You know, some people might be like, when I got into journalism, dang, you want to be a sports journalist? Oh, we already got enough black men doing that. What do you want to cover? Oh, basketball, man. Why didn't you say something like hockey, baseball? Because that ain't what I grew up liking. Like, like can we just be real? Like, I mean, baseball I grew up liking. I grew up playing and stuff like that. But it's just like representation is so important because it determines like where a lot of kids want to go, bro. Kids are going to want to be and want to go to what they see. So if they see something like this, Cory Booker speaking with this type of vernacular 20 minutes into speech to fight for the American people and to prove his point. Shoot, a kid gonna look at that. That's cool. I want to be like that. I want to be like, you know what I'm saying, homeboy who just got accepted into Morehouse at the age of 13 after writing his first book at the age of 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be the kid that got accepted into 50 colleges. I want to be the kid that rewrote the scientific theory of the spaceship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want kids to see that and want to be that, as opposed to being told, you know, you could be that too. When they're in high school, 16, 17, 18 years old, they already decided they want to be a streamer or a YouTuber or a professional athlete or a rapper or a producer, you know, something in the arts, something that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just like a lot of kids might go the creative route and pursue the creative route just because that's what they saw. Exposure is so important. So that's why I'm like so heavy on this. And that's why I was so tough on Jasmine Crockett. And that's why I was so tough on a lot of Black Democratic candidates on the campaign trail getting, you know, hip hop performances and this and that, you know, where they had to bleep out all the words in the song just to kind of, hey, Black people, young Black kids, this is what's cool. This is what you can do. This is what you can be. You know, that ain't the only way to get our attention, bro. Like, we're intelligent beings, and I want the kids to know that, to understand that from an early age, that you can be intelligent. It's cool to be, you know, smart. It's cool to be into science. It's cool to be into STEM topics. And it's cool to be educated on American history and understanding, you know, how to progress and to move forward as a country by knowing your history. Like, that's cool to know that stuff. It's cool to pay attention in social studies. It's cool to pay attention in APUSH. It's cool to pay attention in AP government. It's cool to pay attention in all these classes. And it doesn't have to be something that like is frowned upon and like, anyways, let's get back to making these beats. It don't have to be that. That's all I'm saying. So thank you for my rant. This is for listening to my rant. I got like 2-3 people in here, which is crazy because it's 3 a.m. 2 a.m. Central Time, and it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday morning. So I appreciate everybody that was tuning in and listened to that rant and stayed for the rant. I really appreciate it. My name is Rashad Milligan. As always, if you are new to the channel, this is the Road to 5K subs. I hope you have a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, a good day, whenever you're watching this. And I hope it was a beautiful distraction from whatever you might be dealing with on the outside of this here internet. Until next time, please take care of
Steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.